this event so secret and so mysterious? Why aren't the finer details that you might see in a sales page on the Vancouver event website? And the answer is a legal answer, in fact. It's because everyone who comes to the event is required to sign a legal and binding confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement. So anyone that actually finds out about the event will find out in a similar forum as you're all finding out about it today. So requiring everyone to sign a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement implies that we don't want to let the details of what we're doing go into the mainstream and cross the paths of individuals and companies who we don't feel meet our value system. You're going to learn a lot about my value system on this call. And it's something that Amy will tell you, and the people that know me closest, and my partner who I live with will tell you that my values cannot be compromised, and I'm not willing to do that under any circumstances. And by the end of this call, you'll understand why that's the case. So this is one of the reasons why there is a lot of mystery and secrecy about the event. Now, many people have said, well, what's unique about this event? You say that it's going to be historic. You say that it's unique. It's a very common marketing line and a sales line. So I want to share a little bit of the uniqueness about the event, different aspects of the event, different aspects of what's going to be shared at the event. And I think the appropriate place to begin is the event itself, the venue itself, which is a stadium. Now I'm going to show you, hopefully you can all see this on your monitors. This event is, or this stadium rather, is where the event is being held in Vancouver. Now a few details about this. First of all, this event is being built for us. It doesn't exist at the moment. Well, it probably half exists actually. It should be halfway built by now, if not almost completely built. We have invested $700,000 on the conference itself and building this particular event. Now, I've spoken at large conferences where 2,000 to 10,000 people can fit in a room, and I know those venues can be hired for $100,000. This event is $700,000, and only 550 people can fit in the room. In the center of the room, which is where all of the speaking will occur, and a number of other processes that you will have never, I guarantee you, you will have never seen a particular process that I'm going to share with you and that you're going to participate in. So the event is not a lecture style process, and it's certainly not a personal development rah-rah hype type process, but it is a participatory process. So in the center of the room, what you see there is a circular stage, and that stage rotates 360 degrees every hour. On each of these walls, the 4 walls, will be 3 monitors, one in the center and one to the left and one to the right of it. So all told, there will be 12 monitors in the stadium. Each seat will have its own internet connection. So you'll have your laptop and internet connection there for the entire event. So that's a little bit about what's unique about the venue. Not too many people go to the expense of spending almost $1 million just to put together an event where the costs don't even cover 1/10 of it in terms of what people are required to pay to attend. So that's the other reason that we are very selective in a way. There is a process of approval, and certain people have been invited and other people have not been invited, specifically because of the values and ethics that simply don't line up. And if they don't line up, then that's another reason for why certain people that you'd expect to be in a room like this were not even invited. So that's a little bit about what's unique about the event and the venue. The attendees, Buck really covered that already. There are billionaires, millionaires, venture capitalists with their own TV shows, best-selling authors, financial investment geniuses and gurus in their own profession in that industry. The media will be there, by the way, as well. There's a full TV camera crew that will be there with journalists. My vision is that this makes the front page of the Wall Street Journal and every major newspaper in the Western world, or the front page of the business section. Now, as you are probably aware, that's a very political exercise. But we are having those people in the room. I'm currently in discussions with the Guinness Book of World Records for a particular event that we want recognized on the day of the event. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. And of course, we mentioned Richard Branson and other billionaires that don't want to be named at this point in time. So perhaps you could look at that and say, well, there's nothing really unique about that. Well, I guess if the Guinness Book of World Records attends, that's relatively unique to get that spectrum of people. And that's one of the reasons why I want to invite all of you who are on this call to share with me why you're on the call and why, after I let you know what the event is and we answer some questions, why you would want to be there. Knowing full well, and I do want to be very transparent about this, if your sponsors don't meet our value system, we don't feel that it would be of service to you to be there, or for us, for that matter. The other thing is, all of my profits for this event are being offered to charity. That's 100% of my profits are being offered to charity. Charities, foundations, humanitarian causes, things that make a difference in the world. And I'll talk more. I can't talk too much about that because there is a specific process at the event that really covers that. But that gives you a sense that this isn't about me making a whole bunch of money. It's not where my value is. It's not what I do day to day. So I just want to make that very clear up front. That's relatively unique in terms of a business enterprise that we're expecting will generate between $20 million and $50 million in the space of 24 hours to 5 days. And for me to be giving all of those profits away, I haven't personally heard of that being done. The Dalai Lama is probably the closest in terms of someone who has been given great amounts of money and has given it all away. The Outsider Code, it is the product that is being launched at the event. It's the product that will be responsible for the revenue. And it's also the product that anyone that goes to the event will experience. One of the things that, in talking to Eamon, talking about how the internet marketing industry works, because I, for the last 6 years, have been doing what I've been doing offline, although I've done various elements online, and very much in a small boutique business with clients that would come to a conference once a month or once a quarter, and I would invite the world's best financial geniuses and legal people, asset protection specialists, high court judges that have provided asset protection rulings and tax minimization structures, and some of the best financial investment vehicles in the world out of